privilege to introduce him to you, and I'm delighted to have you know that he is a great public servant. He was a distinguished member of the Senate, and his family is one of the most respected in Colorado. And I can tell you that that counts for something, Mr. Secretary. And his brother John served with me in the House. So I want you to give Secretary Salazar the kind of welcome that you want to give a really great friend of Monroe, of conservation, of the outdoors, and the things that we hold dear. Mr. Secretary.
Thank you very much, Congressman Dingell, for that wonderful introduction. You know, my blood and that of John Dingell somehow is mixed. Yes, I am a proud son of Colorado, a fifth-generation Coloradan, a 12th-generation New Mexican and Coloradan. But I must say that the Rocky Mountain National Park is always a very special place for me and really taught me a lot about the grandeur of God's great work here on this earth. And it was there where John Dingell first became a National Park Ranger. And it was there where he was born in my home state. And so we are proud to be here to establish a first-class national battlefield to commemorate the Battle of River Raisin and to ensure the story of the brave men who fought here continues to be told for generations to come. From January 18th to the 22nd of 1813, more than 400 Americans, British, Canadians, and Indians lost their lives in the engagements around a town then known as Frenchtown, in one of America's worst defeats of the War of 1812. After the battle had ended, there were other Americans who were killed in that war, and that incident, coupled with the failure of British commanders to ensure the safety of prisoners of war, so enraged Americans that the phrase, "Remember the Raisin," became a rallying cry for future engagements in the war. The event still stands as the bloodiest conflict ever fought on Michigan soil. The events between American and British forces at River Raisin serve as one of those rare times in history where a terrible defeat laid a foundation for an eventual victory. Under Major General William Henry Harrison, who termed the battle a national calamity, American forces claimed victory 9 months later in the Northwest Territories. Last October, River Raisin National Battlefield Park became the 393rd unit of the National Park System. It is the only national battlefield park dedicated to the War of 1812. It is the only national battlefield park dedicated to the War of 1812. So Michigan is very fortunate to have that iconic designation right here in Monroe County. So today, under the leadership of United States Congressman Dingell, and the many partners which I have already mentioned, 143 acres of additional lands are being acquired for the optimal restoration and development of the battlefield. Funding for the acquisition of 65 acres of this land was made possible through the United States Department of Transportation and a matching land purchase made by the Monroe County Historical Society, all of which were strongly supported and led by Congressman Dingell. In addition, the 78 acres of land that are being donated by the property owner Roger Humrich for the optimal restoration and development of the battlefield are an essential part of moving this battlefield forward. This additional land will ensure that this park is a first-class national battlefield that properly and accurately commemorates the Battle of River Raisin and ensures the story of the brave men who fought here endures.